fine at your places. I'm Priyanka Vish from Arden Progressive School. Today in this session, we'll be learning about the all types of errors. The errors which we have studied till now, we will solve a numerical question based on comprehensive errors. So here we will also learn about some new calculations such as calculation of opening capital. As we have seen in the previous question, whatever question we have solved, in the question it is already given what amount of capital is brought in by the partner in the firm. But here we will be given in the question closing capital, by which we will have to calculate the opening capital. Let's understand this with an example. For example, when the opening capital is given in the question, we record it as opening capital. Suppose opening capital is rupees 1 lakh. After that, if profit is given in the question, we know profits are always added to opening capital. We will add profit here. Let's suppose the profit is rupees 20,000. Now total amount is 1,20,000. Then if drawings is given in the question, we subtract the drawing from the capital. Drawings will be subtracted from the capital. Let's suppose the drawing is rupees 10,000. So here we can say the closing capital is rupees 1,10,000. Now in the question, we will not be given opening capital, only closing capital is given, and profit and drawing will also be given in the question. So in this case, how will we calculate the amount of opening capital? Whatever adjustment we have done for calculation of closing capital, it will be reversed. For example, closing capital is rupees 1,10,000. Now, profit was added to calculate the closing capital. Here we have to calculate the opening capital. So now profit will be deducted from closing capital. We will deduct profit. Profit is amounted to rupees 20,000. So here the leftover amount is 90,000. Right? Now drawings were subtracted to calculate the closing capital. So now to calculate the opening capital, we will add the amount of drawings. Here drawings will be added. Drawing is amounted to rupees 10,000. So closing capital will be, opening capital will be rupees 1 lakh. As we know, opening capital was 1 lakh rupees. So this is how we will calculate opening capital. As to calculate whatever adjustment is done to calculate closing capital, the reverse adjustment will be done to calculate opening capital. So here we will be solving a numerical question based on such calculation and comprehensive error. And the question is, on 31st March 2014, the balances in the capital accounts of A, B and C after making adjustment for profits and drawings were rupees 1,60,000, 1,20,000 and rupees 80,000 respectively. This is the closing capital amount because all the adjustments are done after that. This is the remaining capital balances of the partners. So subsequently it was discovered that the interest on capital and drawings had been omitted. Now the profit for the year ended 31st March 2014 was rupees 40,000. Second, we have during the year A and B each withdrew a total sum of rupees 24,000 in equal installments in the beginning of each month, and C withdrew a total sum of rupees 48,000 in equal installment at the end of each month. Interest on drawing was to be charged at the rate 5% per annum, and interest on capital was to be allowed at the rate 10% per annum. Profit sharing ratio among the partners was 2:1:1. Show your working notes clearly and pass the necessary rectifying entry. So now according to the question, it is given the closing capital balances of the partners. With that, profit of the firm is also given, which is 40,000, and the amount of drawings withdrawn by the partner is also given. So A and B, they are withdrawing the amount of 24,000 in equal installment at the beginning of each month. So here average period will be calculated for the time period of 6.5 months. We have already studied about the calculation of average period when we have discussed the topic for calculation of interest on drawings. So here A and B will be charged interest on capital for the time period of 6.5 months, as both of them are withdrawing the drawings in the beginning of each month. And C is withdrawing the total sum of 48,000 at the end of each month. So here the average period will be for 5.5 months. Next, after calculating the opening capital, we will charge the rate of interest on capital at the rate 10% per annum. So let's first calculate the amount of opening capital of all the three partners. This column will be of particulars: partner A, partner B and partner C. Particulars A, B and C. So here first we will be writing closing capital. Closing capital. As we know, when we calculate the closing capital, we do the calculation with opening capital, and now we have to find out opening capital, so we will be doing the calculation from closing capital only. So closing capital of A is rupees 1,60,000, B is rupees 1,20,000 and C is rupees 80,000. So this is the closing capital of all the three partners. Now it is being given the profit of the firm. Profit earned by the firm is rupees 40,000. So here when we used to calculate closing capital, we used to add the profit in the opening capital. Now we have to calculate opening capital, so we will subtract the amount of profit from closing capital. Profit is rupees 40,000 and it will be divided in the ratio 2:1:1. So here amount of profit which will be deducted from partner A's capital account will be 40,000. A's share is 2 divided by 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. So here the amount will be 20,000. 20,000 will be deducted as profit from partner's capital account. Next we have second partner, which is B. So share of second partner is 1 and it will be divided by 4. So 10,000 amount of profit will be deducted from B's capital account. And as the same share is shared by partner C also, so the same amount of profit will be deducted from C's capital account. So here by calculating this, we will get the amount 1,60,000 minus 20,000 is 1,40,000. 1,20,000 minus 10,000 will be 1,10,000. And 80,000 minus 10,000 is 70,000. This will be shown in bracket as it is a negative value. Next in the question it is given the partner has withdrew some amount of drawings from the firm. So drawings is deducted when we used to calculate closing capital, and here we have to calculate opening capital, so here drawings will be added. Amount of drawings withdrawn by partner A is 24,000. Partner B also has withdrawn the same amount, which is 24,000, and partner C has withdrawn the total amount 48,000. So here we will calculate the total amount. So if we add 24,000 to 1,40,000, we will get the amount 1,64,000, and here 1,10,000 plus 24,000 will be 1,34,000, and here 70,000 plus 48,000 is 1,18,000. So this is the amount of opening capital of the firm. Now we will be providing the interest on capital on this amount as it is the opening capital of the partner. So this is how we will calculate the amount of opening capital. Now we will be rectifying the error which is made by the firm, such as omission of interest on capital and omission of interest on drawings, and we will rectify it first in the table showing adjustment, from where we will get to know about the net effect, which means which partner is to get the amount from the firm and which partner has to pay the amount to the firm. So in solution part, first we will be drawing table showing adjustment, and we know this adjustment is shown as the working notes. Format will be particulars A, B, C and total amount. Now, in the question it is given that the firm has omitted interest on capital and interest on drawings. So as we have calculated the opening capital of all the three partners, so interest on capital will be charged on opening capital only. So here we will write first error, which is interest on, omission of interest on capital. So as it is an income for the partner, so it will be credited to partner's account. Now, we have calculated the opening capital of A. Opening capital of A was rupees 1,64,000, and we know the rate of interest on capital is 10%. So 10% of 1,64,000 is 16,400. In the same way, opening capital of B is 1,34,000. So interest on B's capital will be 10% of 1,34,000, which is 13,400. And C's opening capital is rupees 1,18,000. So interest will be charged on the opening capital. So 10% of 1,18,000 will be 11,800. This is the amount of interest on capital which is to be paid to the partner, but the firm has omitted this amount of interest on capital in P&L appropriation account. Now if we calculate the total interest on capital, we will get the amount 41,600. So this is the amount of total interest on capital omitted by the firm. Now next we have interest on drawings. So as we know, interest on drawings is paid by the partner. That means it decreases the capital account of the partner. So if the capital account of partner is decreasing, it will show a debit balance here. Now we will calculate the amount of interest on drawings. As we know, A has withdrawn the total amount of drawings 24,000, and interest on drawing is charged at the rate 5% per annum. So here rate of drawings will be 5% per annum. Now A is withdrawing this amount of drawing in the beginning of every month, and we know when the partner withdraws the same amount of drawing in the beginning of every month, then average period is calculated for the time period of 6.5 months. So here the amount will be 650. So 650 is the interest on drawing which is to be paid by the partner, but the firm has omitted or has not recorded this amount in P&L appropriation account. Next we have partner B. Again partner B has withdrawn the same amount, 24,000. Rate of interest is 5%, and partner B is also withdrawing the amount of drawings in the beginning of every month. So it will be calculated for the average period of 6.5 months. Now here again the same amount of interest on drawings will be charged to partner B. Now partner C has withdrawn the total amount of drawings, 48,000. Rate of interest on drawings is 5%. Now partner C is withdrawing this amount of drawings at the end of every month. So here average period will be calculated for the time period of 5.5 months. So here amount of interest on drawings charged to C will be 1100. So we will write this amount here. Interest on drawings paid by A will be 650. It is represented in bracket because it is a negative value. Same interest on drawings will be charged from B, same amount 650, and 1100 interest on drawing is to be paid by partner C. So total amount of interest on drawing which is omitted by the firm is 2400. Now here we will calculate the balance remaining in partner's capital account. So as we can see here, A is having a greater of credit balance and less amount of debit balance. So here answer will be in credit balance only. So 16,400 subtracted by 650 amount will be 15,750. Now in B's column we can see that there is a greater amount in the credit balance and less amount left in the debit balance. So here difference will be of credit balance only. 13,400 minus 650 amount is 12,750 of credit balance. Here also in C's column we can see that there is excess of credit balance over debit balance with the amount 10,700. And now here the total amount is, here also 41,600 is a positive credit balance and 2,400 is the debit balance. So answer will be credit balance only, and answer is 39,200. So this is the balance remaining with the partner's capital account. All balances are credit balance here. So if this is a credit balance for the partner, the same amount will be a debit balance to the firm. So if partner is credited or the partner's income is 39,200, the same amount will be considered as loss for the partnership firm. So here this loss will be distributed in the ratio 2:1:1. So here we will write division of firm's loss. Amount is 39,200 and it will be divided in the ratio 2:1:1. So let's see the share of loss of partner A. Here the amount, total amount is 39,200 multiplied by A's share is 2 divided by 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So your answer will be 19,600. As it is a debit balance, so we will write here debit and it will be represented in bracket. Next we have partner B. So here 39,200 is a total loss and share of partner B is 1. So 1 divided by 4, the amount will be 9,000 9,800. So 9,800 will be a debit balance for partner B. And the same amount will be debited in partner C also, because partner B and C, they both are sharing the equal ratio. So we will write here 9,800 as debit balance. And the total is 39,200 in negative balance. So now here we will see what will be the net effect or the difference of debit and credit balance. So as we can see here, in A's balance, debit balance is exceeding the credit balance with the amount 3,850. It is a debit balance for partner A. That means this amount is to be paid by partner to the firm. In partners B column, we can see the credit balance is exceeding the debit balance with the amount 2,950. It is a credit balance for partner B. And here we can see in the column of partner C, credit balance is exceeding the debit balance with the amount 900. So it will be credited. And the total amount here will be nil only, because positive 39,200 and negative 39,200 results to 0. So by this it can be concluded that partner A will pay this amount to the firm, partner B will receive 2,950 from the firm, and partner C will receive 900 from the firm. By this net effect, we can now easily pass the rectifying entry as single adjustment entry in the books called journal. So here we will be drawing the format of journal. Format of journal includes date, particulars, LF, debit amount, and this is debit amount, this is credit amount. This is the column of LF, particulars, and date. Rectifying entry will be passed on 1st April 2014, and the adjustment entry will be A's capital account debit to B's capital account to partner C's capital account. We know A's capital account was debited with the amount 3,850. B's capital account was credited with the amount 2,950, and C's capital account was credited with the amount rupees 900. So this is the adjustment entry which is passed to rectify the error of omission of interest on capital and interest on drawing. The narration will be adjustment for rectifying error of omission of interest on capital and interest on drawings. So this is how we will solve the question based on omission of interest on capital and omission of interest on drawings, along with the calculation of opening capital. With this, we have completed the topic of past adjustment. In the next session, we'll be continuing with the next topic. That's all for today. Thank you.